welcome back. Welcome back. Okay, so I am basically officially like 2 weeks late. Welcome to House of the Dragon Season 2 Episode 3 review, The Burning Mill. Now before we get started and jump into this, I want to, first of all, I apologize for my background. I don't, there's a lot going on and I wanted to get this video done as soon as possible. It's late because a lot of things decided to go wrong last week, and that's just always how my life happens. June was a great month for me. July absolutely sucks. So yeah, that's just letting you know how that's going. But I'm doing my best. I hope everybody else is doing their best. I will have the episode 4 review. By the time you're watching this, episode 3 and 4 been out. I'm going to have the episode 4 review up this weekend before episode 5 comes out, so you can hear my thoughts. I have only, to this point that you're seeing this video, have only watched episode 3. I've done my best to stay away from spoilers or anything like that. So I promise I'm gonna get that out this weekend. Please, y'all, be patient with me, and I'm gonna try to keep a steady rhythm. Now I will say this, I will be out of town towards the end of July. So that video might be a little late as well. I'm going out of town. If I can record while I'm out of town, I will, but we'll see. I can't guarantee that. I can't promise. But here's just a heads up. One of the later weekends in July, I will be out of town, so that might be delayed too. But I'm gonna do my best. I promise y'all, I'm gonna do my best. But anyway, now that that's out the way, I also want to give a huge thank you to everybody who watched episode 2 review. That is my biggest video to date. That video has like over 300 views. The feedback has been great. I have gained a nice little handful of subscribers from that video, and I'm just so humbled. Like, seeing the reception from that video really put me in a great space, only for July to come in here and mess everything up. But anyway, for the time that it lasted, it was so nice to see everybody just interacting and talking in the comments and filling me in on stuff and subscribing and sharing. It is so awesome. And one mutual friend, almost dropped the phone, that I made, and shout out to him. He is Ryan Milky 14. Everybody go over to his channel, and I'm going to link it in the description below, and go subscribe to him. He's a nerd here just like the rest of us. He's into Game of Thrones and a lot of other really cool stuff. I see some wrestling stuff on his channel. So please go over to his channel, check out his stuff. We got Lord of the Rings. And yeah, go subscribe. He's really has been great, and he's been super supportive. And hopefully we can definitely collab soon in the future. So thank you so much, Ryan Milky 14, for being a supporter. And I hope to also continue to see great things from you as well. And anybody who came over from his channel, or anybody out there who is new and who has subscribed to me, I really appreciate it. Like, I'm now at 54 subscribers. That's a lot to me, and that's real important to me. So I'm really so humbled and so happy to have you guys here. And I promise, my life is so chaotic and it's off the chain, but I promise we can have fun over here sometimes, at least. So, but thank y'all for subscribing and all of that, and I really appreciate it. So thank y'all so much. And okay, let's get into the review. Alright, so we get in here, episode 3, The Burning Mill, and we meet the Blackwoods and we meet the Brackens. Now, clearly these are two houses, to my knowledge, from what I remember about Game of Thrones, that I'm assuming no longer exist, because I never heard these houses in the main story. So by the time we get to the main Game of Thrones timeline, they probably all damn done died out. But it was definitely interesting to see them. After that, it cuts to Rhaenys talking to Rhaenyra in the council. Or no, it doesn't. It cuts to Rhaenys talking to Rhaenyra. Please, bear with me. Anyway, I just love how smart the women are in the show. I love a really well-written character with witty lines. And Rhaenys reminds me a lot of... My voice is a little dry. Please forgive me. Marjorie Tyrell, I think is her name. I loved Marjorie so much in the original Game of Thrones series. And I really love Rhaenys too. She's so witty and just, the writers did their thing on her. And, you know, she's talking to Rhaenyra. And she does, to me, she's making good points, right? Like, at this point, who even knows what started the war? Now, granted, we know what started the damn war, but that's neither here nor there. If we want to get technical, Alicent walking in to Rhaenyra's wedding in that green dress really started the war, to be honest. That was the start and the end of House Targaryen. That's neither here nor there. But, you know, she makes good points. Like, at this point, it's tit for tat. And it's gonna be bloody. And truth be told, Alicent don't even want this war. And honestly, I think Rhaenys is right. But the problem with that is, Alicent cannot want the war all she wants. There's nothing she can do about it now. And there's something she really is doing about it up until this point. Like, all I've seen Alicent do in episode 1 and 2, and you know, and 3 is fuck on Christian Cole. So my thing is, yeah, she doesn't want the war, but what is she doing to stop it? So I don't know. Rhaenyra at this point doesn't. She's hesitant. She doesn't really want to fuck with Alicent, and I get that, you know, and I feel like she doesn't have too many people to trust, and why would she trust Alicent of all people? So her not wanting to read them little rinky-dink letters, I get it. But for Rhaenys, I feel like it is still worth a shot. This really has nothing to do with the storyline as much as Christian Cole, to me, I just hate his character so much. He's really one of those characters that it just feels like, why are you even here? Like, you're literally just here to make my blood boil. That is your only objective. That is your only job. You literally only exist to piss me off. I get sick every time I see Christian Cole on the screen. He's terrible. So then we skip to the castle at Team Green. They're sitting there at the council, and everybody else is talking about war. Alicent is sitting there. She don't really want war, but Aegon wants war, so she's sitting there looking crazy because there's really nothing she can even say. At this point, Mysteria joins Team Black, her council, which we love. And then, you know, we're finally hearing about the kids. This was huge for me because I just got really worried that they fell so much to the back that the writers was going to mess something up and all of a sudden none of the kids was ever going to exist. Like, that was very weird to me. But there's a lot of other things that are weird to me, but we'll get into that later. But we do finally see young Joffrey and, you know, young Joffrey and Viserys and Aegon, the two kids that she had with Daemon, they're going to Lady Jane Eyre. So they're about to go out the way. They're going out the way. So that's good. And I honestly think sending them away is good. She's sending them and Rhaena. So they're going with some eggs. They're going off somewhere to safety, and I think it's a great idea. I really do. I know Raina isn't happy about it, but shit. Y'all got to go. Because I don't know if you really want to take part in what the hell is about to go on anyway. Alright, so they've been talking about, Team Green have been talking about Harrenhal. Only to cut forward, we see Daemon went to go claim Harrenhal. I don't know what's up with Daemon. He's having a conversation with these people, and homeboy, the Strongs or whoever is in charge of Harrenhal, literally bent the knee with quickness, and I don't blame him. Bent the knee, blah 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 blah, whatever. But Daemon is sitting there, you know, talk about call me your grace or whatever. But you're not the king. So this ego complex, I don't know what's up with Daemon. I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. But he's really a wild card. Like, I don't know. You claim that the crown doesn't matter to you and that, you know, it's fully here for Rhaenyra, whatever the case, but so we finally meet Alicent's brother. Now here's my issue with that. And this is what I'm saying with y'all randomly popping up these characters, and from what I remember, I don't remember hearing them in dialogue. The brother very well could have came up in dialogue. I don't remember. So it's feeling weird to me. Like, and then to be honest with you, if Alicent had a brother this whole time, why wouldn't Otto try to marry his son off to Rhaenyra? Like, that was never a conversation in the first season, and I don't understand why. If Viserys appointed Rhaenyra to be his heir, why would you not push your son to try to marry Rhaenyra? That only makes sense. But that never even came up. And then randomly this man's like, oh, hello, brother. Since when do you have a brother? It's stuff like that that I'm just like, okay. What was the point? Like, I feel like that would have been a slyer way to accomplish what Otto would have wanted. He just wanted his DNA to be in the ranks of somebody being a king or queen or whatever. His DNA to be on the throne. That would have accomplished it just fine. So, I don't know. He just chose Alicent because she's easier to manipulate. I think Aegon is over his head. Aegon the usurper, he's over his fucking head. And you know, we see him dressed in the armor and whatever. Boy, go sit down. You not really. Go sit down. All right, we cut to the brothel. We're at the brothel at this point. And that was a very interesting scene that we dealt with. I wasn't anticipating seeing like full-blown hereditary. I wasn't ready. I wasn't prepared that we were seeing full-blown mouth on prosthetic. That was nuts. But whatever. We've seen worse in Game of Thrones, honestly. They caught Aemond. Okay, so to back up a little bit, Aegon and his guards go, because that's the thing. Again, you supposed to be getting ready for war and all this types of shit, and then your guards or whatever, they're like, hey man, let's go party, and then you looking serious for a second only to not be serious and end up going out to the brothel house anyway, and then you catch your brother there. Okay, for Aemond, your biggest bully was always your brother. So this whole victim complex that you have, and it's the same thing, I mean, they all get their worst traits from their mother, Alicent. And the victim complex definitely comes from her. That's Aemond's thing for sure, because they all bullied me. Not they all, babe. Aegon. Because he was on your ass in the first season. And now here he is. Him and his friends bullying you about whatever the hell you got going on. Now, this has nothing to do with the story context. I just have to say this. A full frontal was nuts. Now, and this is the thing that I feel like is going on a lot in cinema, TV shows, movies, whatever, where I feel like y'all just be doing stuff just to kind of do it. I don't think a full frontal was necessary because we knew he was naked. We knew he was naked. From the side of the ass cheek to him, we knew that. So what did that signify? That he found a new blown confidence to just get up and walk off? Like, I don't know. It just didn't feel necessary. The full blown frontal, it didn't feel necessary at all. I just don't, because we knew he was naked. So I just don't know why we had to get a whole eye socket full of peen. That to me was a little nuts, but whatever. But yeah, bro, going back to you and your brother, it's your brother, boo. He's always been on your fucking head. I don't understand, no pun intended. I don't understand, like, he's just always been a dickhead, especially, you know, apparently when he drinks. He walking around drunk, just talking crazy and making fun of you. And, you know, you feel like he's incompetent and you should have been king and you have all these feelings and da-da-da-da. None of that excuses you killing Lucerys. Let's be clear. You do still have to die for that. But, you know, bullying is not nice. I understand that, but don't do that too much. Cut to Baela chasing down Christian Cole and that little army. Baela's better than me. Because I would have just started a forest fire. I did, like, at this point, y'all are not playing the game right. Like, that would have shook the table. That would have shook the damn table. And I absolutely would have just blew that entire bitch down. So Baela's better than me. She is. And I would have had to go back to Dragonstone and look, Your Grace, you finna be pissed. You're about to be so fucking mad. However, comma, I took the trash out. Cut to Daemon back in Harrenhal. In the middle of the night, he starts hallucinating. He's tripping and he sees a young Rhaenyra talking shit. You know, looking at him like, oh, I've always got to fix the shit that you break or whatever the fuck. I don't have much to say about that there besides the fact that I feel, you know, at this point I just feel like he's feeling guilty. And again, like I said in the last episode, instead of apologizing like, hey, you know, okay, I might have fucked up. I might have jumped the gun by sending these two idiots in the castle to kill the wrong person. You know, you just too self-righteous, Daemon, and you won't admit it. And I think it's starting to eat you up. And you know what you cost Rhaenyra, and you know what you started. And now look, you know, so, but obviously him seeing a younger version of her symbolizes something, but, you know, we'll see. But I think the biggest thing I was looking at is the fact that she was there with Jaehaerys. Is that she was there with Jaehaerys sewing up his neck. That to me signifies more like you feel guilty about that, whether you know it or not, Daemon. That was a crazy move. I think. Rhaenyra makes a decision at this point to try to talk to Alicent. And she goes into King's Landing disguised as a silent sister or whatever the fuck. And seeks in to talk to Alicent. And I mean, honestly, the sorry, piece of lint. The talk does not go well. Alicent is just, I don't know. The talk just is a waste of time, unfortunately, it feels like. Like, It's unfortunate because nothing comes out of it. And, you know, the only thing is Allison is like, look, it's too late. But the thing that I don't like about Allison is just her overall attitude. Like, bitch, you know this is your fault. You started this shit. You and your damn daddy started this damn war. And you gonna look at me like I'm crazy talking about, well, Rhaenyra, it's just too late. Unfortunately, it is just too late because you... I can't even... Well, no, I am fully going to blame Allison. Don't get me wrong. But first of all, the fact that there's so many damn Aegons is the first problem. Second problem is, you know, her damn daddy, Alicent's. The third problem is Viserys. It's your fault too, because... there should have never, ever, ever, ever been room for anybody to doubt that Rhaenyra was the heir. The fact that last minute, this bitch Alicent thought last minute you changed your mind on your deathbed after always claiming Rhaenyra, and she's gonna be like, no, he wants Aegon on the throne. That's crazy. And yeah, you know, Alicent was only half listening any damn way to the damn story. She was ready for Viserys to die. So it is what it is. But it's just really sad that nothing positive came out of that talk. Nothing. Like, after all this time and after all that's happened, you didn't say anything to me. I'm coming to you saying, like, look, Alicent, you don't want this war. I don't want this war. So what can we do? What can we do as a last resort to try to stop this? And you just sitting there with an attitude the whole time talking about Rhaenyra, it's too late. Your father chose Aegon. Well, bitch, wrong Aegon, bitch. And you know what's crazy about Alicent? To a certain point, I can kind of respect it because it's like, you got to stand on your business now. We're way too deep for you to be backtracking. So to a certain point, I get it. Okay, stand on your business. But it's kind of like, girl, you know your son is not fit to be king. You knew that back in season 1 when you caught him jerking off out the fucking window. And you had to smack him upside his head to get himself together. You knew he wasn't fit to be nobody king. And that's who you put on the throne just out of spite. Just literally out of fucking spite. Now, years later, with all that's happened, you want to turn around and be like, well, it's too late. Well, it is too late. And look at what it's cost everybody so far. So it's unfortunate it's really unfortunate. Like, nothing came out of that outside of, wow, Alicent is a dummy. Like, this bitch is nothing came out of that. And at this point, I don't think, even if deep down she does want to stop it, there's nothing she can do. She's not the king, she's not the queen. She's the queen mother, whatever the fuck. She has no power at this point. You know, if Aegon wants war, that's exactly what it's going to be. So it really actually don't even matter. So, and then that's it, ladies and gentlemen. That's the end of my episode 3 review. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any thoughts or even care about episode 3 anymore, please feel free to leave it down below. Like I said, I want to give a huge thank you to everybody who has started subscribing, following, all of that. I really appreciate it. It's super awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I apologize for this being so late, but like I said, life was just in shambles. It is what it is. But we're back, I guess. We're going to do our best. How about that? Episode 4 is coming this weekend. Today is Friday. You're seeing this video today. I'm going to put out episode 4 either Saturday night or Sunday. But it will be out before episode 5 drops. So I'm going to do my best, everybody. That's all I can give you. So bear with me. I might put episode 5 review out the same night because my schedule gets hectic this next week. So I'm not sure and I don't want to wait, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm not going to make no promises. Just hold on tight. It's a crazy life I live. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I apologize again for it being so late. If you're new, thank you for subscribing, and I hope you have a good time sticking around. Thank you again to the homie Ryan Milky 14. Like I said, I am going to link his channel in the description box below. Please go over there and watch and support and subscribe to him. And I will see you guys in episode 4. Okay. Peace.